Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we come together this evening, we continue deepening our exploration of this week's theme, interest and restlessness. Yesterday, we opened the doorway to understanding the subtle interplay, and we discussed about subtle aspects about this theme. And tonight we enter more deeply into the purpose and movement of restlessness and stabilizing the strength of interest within the heartfulness journey. Sometimes the heart feels unsettled. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, there is a quiet uneasiness. Instead of resisting the state, Babuji invites us to recognize it as a movement toward peace, a sign that something inside is preparing to shift. True restlessness is not agitation, it is the soul's longing expressed subtly, pointing us toward deeper sincerity and inner refinement. Babuji Maharaj has mentioned that for gaining eternal peace, we cultivate within us restlessness and impatience at the preliminary stage. The restlessness thus created is temporary and different in character from the ordinary restless condition of the mind. It is finer and more pleasant. It creates an inlet in our heart for the divine current to flow in and smoothens our passage to our ultimate goal. This evening, this distinction becomes especially more meaningful as we reflect that ordinary mental restlessness disperses energy and refined spiritual restlessness concentrates it. Mental restlessness can be confusing, it can be disturbing, or it can bring heaviness. But the spiritual restlessness sharpens, it opens, and it invites grace and transmission. Babuji reminds us that restlessness actually emerges from peace itself, rising upward so that we may touch a deeper state. It prepares the heart and clears the way for the next inner movement. When seen in this light, restlessness becomes not a disturbance, but a sacred restlessness, a sign that grace is working quietly within. If restlessness initiates the movement, interest lends direction and stability. Daji beautifully expresses that once interest is developed in an activity, even the need for discipline goes away. Interest makes the practice so natural, and interest turns effort into inclination, and inclination becomes joy. So, when interest is alive, discipline becomes effortless. And when interest deepens, restlessness transforms into aspiration. And when both align, the heart moves steadily towards its goal. Dear sisters and brothers, as we move ahead in the session, if you feel someone in your circle is seeking clarity, purpose, or comfort, this theme may guide them deeply. A simple invitation to meditation, the master classes, or to the BHED sessions gathering may open a door they have been quietly knocking on. And sharing becomes an act of love, aligning us with the master's work. You'll find the additional reading material and videos of Revered Daji on this theme, which are available for all on the Heartfulness app under the Sunday tab dated 7th December. So please go ahead and use this opportunity to access this reading and videos which are available. We are going to continue our evening reading from the Heartfulness Way book 2, and this is from chapter 3, and we are going to resume the reading from page number 54. Since the text is not going to be on the screen, please keep your copy with you, and you can also directly read it from the book as we read it here. Such an alert mind is needed to discern the traps of desire. When we meditate, one of the immediate changes we notice is growing clarity and awareness. These qualities are associated with viveka or discernment, an important aspect of yoga. A discerning mind guides us toward correct thinking, right understanding, and an honest approach towards life. Without viveka, both worldly life and the spiritual journey are tied to desires. Daji, is it possible to become desireless? It's a challenge. Our life on earth demands that we have goals, desires, and intentions. For example, this book is about the desire to attain a spiritual state we know as God realization. Desires form a network in which we become entangled. When we fight them, the net tightens. Imagine that desires are like ripples in a pond. If you try to stop the ripples by forcefully pressing on the water, you create more disturbance and the ripples multiply. Instead, if you stop agitating the water and let it be, the ripples subside on their own. The way to become free of desires is to let go without fighting and divert your attention to something else. If you cultivate the habit of ignoring them, they soon wither away. And if you look at miseries with a higher perspective, they no longer disturb you in the same way. They lose their intensity and significance. And I don't mean by repressing them, that only makes it worse. When your child refuses to go to school because she is being bullied, what do? You remind her of the things she likes at school, giving her a reason to go. Some children are inspired by sport, others by music, others by a teacher. You still need to address the problem of bullying and give your child the life skills to protect herself. But the change in focus gives her something to look forward to. So, cultivate the habit of ignoring the ripples, placing your attention instead on the stillness beyond. Desires will soon lose their intensity and significance. The heartfulness cleaning practice will remove the acute pull of desire. Meditation will create a state of inner stillness and moderation. Prayer will connect you deeply and give you the resilience to start afresh every day. And constant remembrance will act as a shield of protection. Soon you will master your mind. Let go of troublesome thoughts and emotions and remain in a meditative state throughout the day. You then become less and less affected by the buffeting of life. Dear sisters and brothers, we will take the pause from the reading and let the sense of what we have just read settle gently in your heart. Let us now prepare ourselves to offer the universal prayer with love and sincerity. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. May a genuine interest deepen in every heart, and may spiritual restlessness transform into clarity, aspiration, and peace. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare to rest tonight, take a few moments to offer the reflections of the day and the bedtime prayer. Thank you for joining this evening session. And as we continue exploring interest and restlessness, may we grow into awareness of our inner states. May interest sustain our aspiration, and may restlessness guide us gently towards our ultimate goal of human life. Dear sisters and brothers, we look forward to being together tomorrow for the morning session at 6 a.m. Until then, may peace, remembrance, and Master's subtle presence accompany you through the night. Thank you.